Bio3Blaster series of ozone generators, and today I'm here to debut a brand new piece of equipment in our already extensive product line. Now folks, this is the new machine. I know it looks a lot like our popular Rugged Pro series of ozone generators at the home of the Bio3Blaster. But this machine is not an ozone generator in any way, shape, or form. It's a new hydroxyl generator that we've come out with for the world of contractors. And folks, I first became aware of hydroxyl technology about 5 years ago when I was exposed to it in my mold remediation business. And you know, we are a nationally recognized mold remediation contractor. And I discovered these hydroxyl generators were being pushed all over the fire and flood restoration industry. Well, what are hydroxyls? Hydroxyls are HO free radicals. And the HO free radicals can do a lot of the same things that the ozone can do. It can kill viruses and bacteria and mold spores, and it really does a phenomenal job at getting rid of odors if you have a long time to run it for days on end. They're not nearly as powerful as ozone for odor removal, but they have a little different application. You see, hydroxyls have an H or a hydrogen bonded to the O or oxygen, and that means they don't have that raw, aggressive scrubbing power of the oxygen-free radical. And they're able to be run in occupied spaces where there are family, people, and pets present. So that's the real benefit to the hydroxyl generator. But when I first became aware of them, I wondered, what was all the hype? So I started to take apart various types of hydroxyl generators. The first one I ever took apart about 4 years ago was a machine by the company called Odors, and this was their Odors bottom of the line contractor model. This machine retailed at $4,000. And when I took it apart, I was really excited to see this new technology in action on the inside. You know, I don't fall much for sales hype. I like to look under the hood, so to speak, and see how things really work. And much to my surprise, when I opened up that Odors $4,000 hydroxyl generator, all I found were 3 light bulbs and 3 ballasts in an empty sheet metal box. It didn't even have a fan to circulate air throughout the box and move the hydroxyls that were being generated. Now, how did they make the hydroxyls? They shined a specific frequency or wavelength, a nanometer wavelength of light on a catalyst called titanium dioxide. And so they just had the catalyst painted on the inside of the box, the light bulbs and ballasts to generate the hydroxyls. They wrapped it up in a fancy sheet metal box and charged $4,000 for it. What's worse was a clumsy, heavy box that really wasn't designed to be a movable, functional, useful tool. Later on, I was asked to take apart a machine called a BioSweep. This is a long tube style hydroxyl generator. And they say it combines the benefits of hydroxyls, UV, and ozone. And it does, because you're generating the hydroxyls with UV light. And in the process, there is a little bit of ambient ozone that can be generated. Definitely not enough to take it past safe levels in any type of room. And so, over the course of time, I had many customers like you that asked me, Charles, will you please build a hydroxyl generator that isn't this fragile, clumsy affair that costs thousands and thousands of dollars. We really want to use hydroxyls in our business, but we want the machines to last. We want them to be useful tools, and we don't want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to accomplish the task. There are some other hydroxyl generators. One of the nicer ones I looked at is called the Titan 4000, and it generates hydroxyl with a big fan and some UV lights and catalyst. But in all cases, these machines aren't taking advantage of the ability for that airflow to stay in the hydroxyl generating movement. So I finally accepted the gauntlet that was laid down by you, my customers, and we came out with the Hydroxyl-MAXX from Bio3Blaster. And this uses the same case that we built all our rugged pro contractors into, and it features completely different technology. However, on the inside, if you open the case, you don't see very much, just a lid. But if I open that lid and expose the guts to you, you'll see I don't just take apart other companies' machines, we'll show you our own. And what we've done is we've lengthened the path of airflow that the hydroxyls are being generated in, so that you get maximum hydroxyl generation through the course of our hydroxyl tunnel. So we borrowed the same tunnel technology that I built into every one of my ozone generators. This isn't something that needs to be done in service. This is a once and done machine. But I just want to show you the maximum surface area we've crammed into this tiny, relatively tiny box for the massive hydroxyl generation it's capable of performing. So, if we lift this lid, got a couple threads left here, we lift this lid, you lift this lid, you'll see this machine features not one, not two, but 3 powerful hydroxyl packs. And this uses a honeycomb technology where our titanium dioxide catalyst encompasses both sides of the UV light, maximizing the surface area with that honeycomb pattern. And we use not one, but 2 massive 650 cubic feet per minute fans on each end to force those hydroxyls through our tunnel under maximum pressure. And when it's done, when it's actually being used to generate these massive hydroxyls, what you have is a super hydroxyl machine. And like everything else, it's built to take the super real-world abuse that regular contractors can dish out. It's built into one of the toughest cases in the world, and inside it we've created one of the toughest tunnels in the world, built out of half-inch thick HDPE, which is dense enough to stop cosmic rays, and it makes the ideal tunnel material for our hydroxyl generator. We're going to turn this on, and we're going to show you just how easy it is. One of the reasons contractors really like hydroxyl machines is insurance companies will let you charge to run them. Insurance companies will let you charge big dollars to run them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this machine on. Then I'm going to cut the lights, and I'll let you see that UV light. Don't ever look in the end of one of these powerful hydroxyl generators, folks. But when they are in use, the positive power of the hydroxyl free radical is unmistakable.